So we're down here in Mesa at the Firefighter School, is that it?
This is the 39th Annual Arizona State Fire School.
Okay, and one of your fire captains was just given a huge honor, and why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, Captain Jim Kennedy was just honored as the Annual Firefighter of the Year. Captain Kennedy has been a fantastic addition to the Prescott Fire Department for many years, and we wanted to recognize him for all of his hard work and everything that he does above and beyond the normal call of duty. So this year, the United Firefighter of the Year, which is in its 19th year, has always recognized someone within the state. So we had went ahead and submitted his name and discussed some of the great things that Captain Kennedy has done, and it was actually voted on by judges within the state, and he was the selection this year.
Is this the first time a Prescott firefighter has won this award?
This is the first time a Prescott firefighter has actually been recognized by the state, by his peers in the state, and we're very proud of that.
So, and what are some of the things that make Captain Kennedy such an outstanding firefighter?
Captain Kennedy really truly shows the true grit of what a firefighter is about. Captain Kennedy is one of the most staunch, hard, dedicated. Like we said, if you want to be rescued by somebody or you're there in time of need, you'd want Captain Kennedy at your aid. He's trained many firefighters in Yavapai County through the college. He's worked diligently with training, with our own training within our department, and he really does represent what being a Prescott firefighter is all about, and a state firefighter, and not only that, a nationally known firefighter, so we're very proud of him. Like I said, right now this is his day, so we're proud of that for him and want to help recognize him for that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, speaking with Jimmy Kennedy, and you just were awarded the Firefighter of the Year award, and you look a little shell-shocked still, and kind of surprised?
Yeah, you know, they kept it a secret from me from work, and Dan from United Fire had called and left me a message, and basically I thought, the city's kind of low on funds right now, so I can't afford to say, hey, can we buy this or anything. And then I finally started getting calls from our secretaries and their chiefs, and like, hey, you need to answer this phone. And then I figured something was up at that point. And then I got a hold of Dan, and he kind of told me the news. So it was overwhelming, and it's really surprised me because I wasn't expecting it at all.
I understand at first you thought that you were just one of the nominees, huh?
Yeah, and I told Dan that. I said, well, thank you very much for nominating me. He's like, well, it goes a little further than that. And he's like, we actually selected you, and we need you to come down for fire school and accept the award. And I thought he was kidding at first, because the guy, you know, the guys are around the firehouse, they'll put somebody up to do something like that to you just to be honorary. But he's like, oh no, I'm not kidding you, and we really need you up here. And it's just kind of escalated from there to today. So.
Now I understand that if your picture appears in the media, you have to buy everybody ice cream cones.
Oh yeah, it's going to cost me a lot of ice cream for sure. It's yeah, I won't hear the end of it, believe me.
I don't know if you were aware of this or not, but evidently you're the first Prescott firefighter to receive this award.
I think I'm the second. I think Rob Yarborough actually received it for the MDA. Probably, it's been a while though. Oh. But yeah, Firefighter Yarborough, for all his MDA time that he did for muscular dystrophy. Yeah, okay. I'm the second one. So.
Oh, okay. Because I was told you were the first. So we'll see. The first or second, it's still.
Yeah, pretty sure second.
It's a pretty great honor for you and for the city. And I understand you were married young, you mentioned, and so about some of the awards that you received and the prizes. Sounds like you might be taking Michelle out for second honeymoon.
Oh yeah, well, first honeymoon actually, because we never really had the first. So there's she's a big Diamondbacks fan, and apparently Diamondbacks are part of it, so we can take her by, get a game, and then as well as NASCAR. Now she's not a big NASCAR fan, so I'd take maybe the boys to that or something. But yeah, there's plenty of opportunity to get the family out and do some things we wanted to do. So.
And you do have 3 boys.
Yes. Yep.
Correct. And so how did they respond to finding out about this?
They're all pretty proud. They were proud of Dad, and I know John, my middle boy, and James, my oldest, has a Facebook, and before I knew it, I had guys calling because he played college football, so I had guys from the team calling that knew me, and guys from the high school that knew me because I coached and whatnot, and it wasn't, I don't know, an hour after I'd heard that I let Johnny know that I was getting phone calls left and right from all the kids. I consider it because I used to coach, obviously, and we have like 40 boys, and I still get calls from them at Christmas time, or they're in the service and they're out of town. They always still call, and it's really nice to hear from them. But just about every one of them called me and said congratulations. And they call me Coach. So. it's humbling just have that many people care.
Now, are any of your boys going into firefighting?
You know, right now they're all currently taking EMT or firefighter 1 and 2 and working that way. And it's job's so hard to get into that whatever they can do between now and then, because I used to wash cars and throw freight at the old Smiths before his fries before I got hired. It took me 5 years to get a full-time position, so and I told them it's a long haul, but eventually, you know, I'd like to see them all get there, but it's you know, the competition's so stiff and whatnot, they'll have to find something to do between now and then, but hopefully they all get into the business.
Now, were you a volunteer in Seligman first?
Yes, for about 2 years.
Under your dad?
Yes.
Okay, and then you came down to Prescott, and what happened the first time you applied?
You know, I applied and tested, and the chief that was here at the time, he's now retired in California, but he thought I was a small town kid and wasn't going to benefit the department by any means, basically, and kind of didn't want to hire me the first hiring. And I came back in '87. I was '86, and '87 came back in and tested again. And I guess he figures since he's showing up, let's give him a shot. They just kind of went from there.
And why did you choose Prescott?
It was close to home. You know, we're a really close family, and I was thinking Prescott Flag, Kingman, somewhere, you know, anywhere close, and Prescott had the only test going at the time when I looked, and we just tested there, and I actually got on Chino Valley Reserves as well before I got full-time with Prescott, and about the same time that opening come up there, and firefighter Jack Ingro, well, now he's Captain Jack Ingro, but he got hired in that spot, and I got hired in the Prescott spot, so I kind of had my heart set, this is the city I want to work for, and just stuck it out until they finally got tired of me and hired me. So.
And how many years have you been with the Prescott Fire Department?
About November will be 27.
And how many chiefs have you seen come and go?
Well, I'm my fourth chief.
Right.
So firefighters stay a long time. Chiefs don't seem to. Either they've had a lot of time in and retire or move on, or find other job opportunities that they feel are more appropriate for them. So.
But it sounds like you're planning to stay on for a while. And
yeah, I'm young. I've just turned 45. I've got over 20 years in which we can retire, but I've got another easy 10, 12, 15 in me, I think. So I just enjoy the job until I'm physically, I think, unable to do it, or feel I'm a burden to the crew because of that. Then I'll start considering retirement. Until then, I keep myself in good shape, and hopefully, God willing, I can stick around a while.
Well, right now they say that if somebody's going to rescue you, they want you to be the guy. So it doesn't sound like you'll be going anywhere soon.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You were pretty instrumental in working on the Whiskey Row fire, and so why don't you talk about that a little bit and what the challenges were with that fire?
Yeah, the Whiskey Row. It was late afternoon. It was kind of odd for a fire to get to that magnitude in the middle of the day like it did. But I was home working on one of my vehicles. Heard it as soon as they said Whiskey Row and the structure assignment. I started kind of listening, and as soon as engine 71 came around the corner, they said that working fires, which means they're 4 blocks out until something's burning. Got in my Jeep and I headed into town. So it was probably a 20-25 minute delay from Chino Valley, where I live, to the station. Well, at the point, because we don't have truck companies like Phoenix, we have the trucks, we don't have man trucks. The boys pulled out in the engine, and the truck was in quarters. And then engine 2 was on a medical call and were dispatched, so they came from the hospital in their engine, so both our trucks were unmanned at the time. Anyways, as I'm coming down, I knew if I came down Gurley Street downtown, I was no way I was going to get through, because I knew it was going to be a show for the people, so there's a lot of people down there. I was coming down Grove Avenue, and Chief Devendorf was operations at that point, and asked dispatch, we need to find somebody to find the truck, and I just hit it up right up Park Avenue, and I'm a training captain as well, so I had my radio with me, and I was like, Chief Devendorf, Captain Kennedy, I'll be there less than 3 with the truck. And at that point, he had me bring it down the alley, because we had two of the sticks were out front at that point, and then nothing in the alley. Anyways, I came down the alley, put it bumper to bumper with engine 3, because there wasn't a whole lot of room, and it happened to be just about the perfect spot where we could protect exposures on the Highland Motel side, and then the firewall on the other side was holding pretty well, and the other 2 ladder trucks were taking care of that side. So it just right place, right time theory. So it worked out real well in the end. We held it to a couple businesses, fortunately. So
one of the things that sounds like from you telling that story, and I bet you have dozens and hundreds of others that you could tell, but it sounds like there's a lot of camaraderie within your department
Yeah.
and with the other guys, and that probably makes it just as much fun to work for as anything else.
Yeah, it's like it's our other family. We go to work, and it's sometimes our wives and kids. We hang out with the guys, and our wives and kids are jealous because we're going hunting with the fire guys instead of taking them, and it's just the way that the fire service is in general. You know, it's a whole entire family. You're there 24 hours a day with the guys, and we set ourselves up to, you know, off duty to be just we're friends. We're all really good friends for the most part. And this is a nation, even statewide. You can come to fire school, and anybody here wearing a fire shirt is real open. Hey, how you doing? Where do you work? And you start conversations that easily. So it's a great career to get into, and haven't regretted a second of it.
Okay, anything you want to add?
No, I think that's probably about it. Once again, you know, I'm honored and just blessed to be even considered for the Firefighter of the Year. And I'm glad he chose me, obviously, but by no means does it make me better than anybody. It's just same thing, right place, right time, I guess.